like we should do something a bit different today. I feel called to do something different than what we've done previously. Which is annoying to me because I definitely put the tea kettle on and then like my spirit team was just like, start the video. So I have ocean waves going on a beach, I've got frankincense burning, and I've got a couple new things and I'm going to try to do them during this video as we unravel together. Good morning, how are you? I hope you slept well. First and foremost, I got a new deck yesterday. I'll tell you a story about it because like someone probably needs to hear that like even in the frivolousness of life, trust those nudges, because it can be silly, but these are the tests, these are the training exercises that your divine team is kind of putting you through so that you know what it feels like to synchronize with the divine and be in collaborative spaces. It feels different than just you doing things. It feels like you're being led in the direction of what is yours. And so I say all that to say, a couple days ago we went to this place called Daiso, Japan, and it's like this really cool, like imagine like a really amazing Japanese dollar store, like Dollar General. Like not everything in there is $1.25, but like a fudge ton of it is. But it's all like cute Japanese things. So like they had snacks and like just a ton of stuff. And so I was out there and I had my little budget or whatever, and I got like cute things. Like here's like this beautiful like flippy notebook with like these pretty flowers, $1.25. Sketch pad, because I do dabble in like sketches. I don't do like crazy artwork. I like to make like symbols and drawings and like abstract art, and like it's like simple, but $1.25 later and I have a whole little like sketchbook. And then I got this bag. I love Baymax from Big Hero 6. He is the freaking best. I feel like watching that movie soon. Like I've been saying I want to watch it, but like I've just been kind of going through like an emotional kind of like recalibration. And Big Hero 6 is a beautiful children's movie, but it's also kind of like heavy, and I was like, I don't think I feel like feeling the heavy parts of that movie. Like without, I'm not even gonna give it away. Like it's a beautiful movie, go out there and find it. But I found this little Baymax bag, and I love Baymax, you don't even know. I found this and like a laundry bag, and there's just way more stuff that I just ended up shoving in there, okay? I found like a Baymax laundry bag to put like all of my little like personals and intimates in there before I like wash them, because I don't want to, I'm gonna get into it. I need to bitch for 2 seconds about bras, because like sometimes I do get a little bit pissed off that I have like the perfect bra, but then it has that like opening where the like cups come out, and so like the only thing that works for me to keep them together so I don't have to keep like reassembling a bra is to just put them like in a safe bag to wash and dry them in, and then they stay intact. I found it and it was Baymax. Here's my little pouch. I bought the pouch, right, and you can see that there's something in there. The big reveal is, while I was at this Daiso Japan store, I had this nudge to get a pouch, and I found a pouch in a pattern, you know, that I'm familiar with. I love Baymax, and I'm like, this pouch is deck sized. And I remember when I got back home, I looked at this bag. I actually think I said it out loud in the store too, and I was just like, I'm getting this bag because I have a feeling I'm gonna get a deck soon that will require a bag. And I just said it, and that was like Saturday, and I was like, but whatever, it's just $1.25 this bag. So of course yesterday, less than 24 hours later, I'm out and about. I needed the sunshine, it was beautiful. I'm walking around, stumble into a metaphysical store that I had noticed like back in October. Like I saw a business card about them, and I was saying like, you know, to my partners, I'm like, I need to get back in there. Like I want to get in there. Like I think it's really pretty. And then they like moved locations and all that, and then boom, I'm there. Like happenstance. had no intention of getting to the store, show up there, and it's a beautiful metaphysical shop. This lady is like really beautifully dedicated to her craft of just bringing like knowledge and power in every way. Like I can't wait to go back. And there was like a tower of like oracle and tarot decks, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, yeah, these are so cool, they're so cool. And then I like, and I look down and there's like a cabinet, and the bottom drawer is just pulled out, and this is peeking out, like just there. And I'm like, I like rainbows, I like moons, it's just sitting there. So I pick it up, and I'm like, the shop owner's there like doing her thing, and I just start opening it, and I'm opening it, and I'm like, my skin is buzzing as soon as I open it, and my ears are ringing, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even ask, is this like for sale? Because I just saw it in a drawer that's open just here, and I'm sorry. And she just kind of looked up and she's like, do you like it? And I'm like, what question is that? Essentially, not only was it originally technically not for sale, but it was gifted, and this lady was like, you know, I love it, people gift me things, and I'm really grateful to them, but it's actually been 2 years since I've even really, like, touched it, this deck. You know, it was gifted to me, but I don't touch it. Like, if you want it, I'll sell it to you. And I'm like, how you got exactly the kind of money that you need to take care of yourself when you don't even know? So I am going to pull from my new deck. Look how beautiful, the sides are rainbow. So I'm gonna do two things. Two things happened yesterday. One, prophesized the prophet because I knew what was coming next. Okay. And then by happenstance, I have this amulet, and I have, this amulet is for my balancing active energies and whatnot, and for whatever reason I feel like I don't need to explain much more than that. But I'm going to pull from my deck, and then I'm going to, I actually found this part of my amulet is a sunstone, and I do have a small moonstone pendant, but I do want to, like, I want to refurbish this moonstone pendant for something different. And I stumbled across a shop and found a moonstone to replace the tiny pendant with. I already started wire wrapping it. I don't know if you can see the facets, but it's just as gorgeous and perfect as the sunstone, this moonstone. So I think the rawness and the faceting and the way it catches the light is gonna look really nice together. And so I started to wire wrap it, but I'm not really digging the wire wrapping I started. So after I do whatever quick pull I feel, you know, I'm led to do, I'm gonna just talk to you while I'm wire wrapping, and we'll see how that feels. Without further ado, I'm going to use my new deck. I did a self pull for myself yesterday with it, and it'll talk. Like, this one has beautiful things to say. And I'm going to read directly from the manual as I like to do, because it just makes me feel like more in tune. There's still, I've channeled for y'all, but there's just a, like, it feels like there's a lot to be said. We may not have time to wire wrap. Oh my gosh. Okay. No, that's it. I'm over here talking shit, but we're done. Okay. Cups. Dagger crystals. Okay. So first and foremost, let's just get out of the way. I'm assuming that your personal card is the star card. Look how beautiful you are. I love this deck, you guys. It's just so beautiful, magical, and queer, like me. This you, baby. Okay, star card. Let's read about you from this tarot deck specifically. Star card. Okay. Self-care, luxury. The star is living their best life, taking care of themselves in a beautiful environment. The star is about embracing self-care, taking in the warmth after a cold night. You've been through some stuff, and it's time to focus on you. Make sure your body and soul find nourishment, because we're no good to anyone else if we're not doing good for ourselves. Okay, baby. Okay, baby. So let's get into these cups. There's 2 cups here. There's the 2 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. Look how cool this is. Like, so the 2 of Cups and the 7 of Cups were the first ones. Let's get into these cuppies. 2 of Cups says, new romance, blossoming love, balance within the relationship, kindred spirits. A new love is blooming, and it's a beautiful thing. You've found a partner or companion who fills your cup as much as you fill theirs. This is such a healthy balance, and it's important to maintain that for a long-lasting and fulfilling relationship. Enjoy every moment of this love. Hell yeah! All right, let's get these 7 of Cups. This one says, overwhelming choices. Head in the clouds, time to ground ourselves. Okay, if there's one thing you're not lacking, it's choices. You have every possible avenue laid out in front of you, so it's time to stop procrastinating and choose a path. This isn't a time to daydream or explore the what-ifs. It's time to ground yourself and make a logical and balanced decision. Okay. Head in the clouds, don't let you pull me down. Yeah, okay. Wasn't this the last song I had y'all singing? Wait, the star card came up, and I'm pretty sure, I'll have to go back, but I'm almost positive that the star card, the last time I pulled this out, I told you to sing this song. Now, it's been a minute since I told you to do that, though. Okay, so you've been sitting there, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's do this 2 of Daggers. I'm feeling like we need to do the 2 of Daggers. Look how cute this one is. Oh. 2 of Daggers, okie dokie. It's time to ground. You're doing great. Love is in the air, but you have a lot of choices when it comes to those things, it seems. Like you started. It feels like whoever this star, my baby star, like you're a fucking magical manifester. I feel like you like abundance to yourself a lot of freaking abundance to the point where there's choices now. You've been attracting a lot, is what I'm hearing. Because you're in such a good glowy space, it's all coming, and you're just like, woo! And I'm like, hell yeah, babe. You maybe just need to shape it up a little bit, but I'm happy for you. Alright, 2 of Daggers, 2 of Daggers. Let's stay focused. Okay. Small mental block, self-suppression. A bind we have put on ourselves. Imbalance. Okay. You're having a complete mental block. You're unable to see what may be clear to others. Take a breath and try to approach the problem from a different angle. You may feel frustrated, but it's important to remember that this problem is coming from within. You have everything you need to take off the blindfold and tackle the issue. Okay, I'm going to go on to the last card, Knight of Crystals. I love this one. Like, get it. Like, here you go. I don't, like, look at it. Look at this. Look at this amazing knight. Oh, Knight of Crystals. Let's go back. I passed it so fast. I didn't see that coming. Okay. Knight of Crystals. Planning, steadfast, hard worker. The Knight of Crystals calls for us to be practical when reaching for our goals. Set out a clear plan and stick to it. There's a lot of hard work ahead. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, yeah, I got a full download on this. I know what's happening here. Let's paint the picture. My baby, my beautiful little star. This you. This is what you need. This is what you're being called to. I know. I hate structure too. I love living in the abundance of all of my endless possibilities. You have no idea, because as someone who was just like a depresso bean for too long, like knowing that I have endless possibilities, not to just like self-exit, but to just actualize into whatever power I, like, yeah, 15 minutes right on the dot, and I'm talking to this person, baby, I know. I know, because, like, look how beautiful this feels. I get it. And, like, look at all these damn choices. Like, it can feel really overwhelming, and I know that you want to just kind of be in that, but, like, this is not going to stop making you feel overwhelmed. Just embracing all of your possibilities as possibilities and all the happiness isn't stopping the overwhelm. It's just perpetuating and plateauing the overwhelm, right? Like, yes, everything's great and you're having all these opportunities and you just, like, can't stop, won't stop. Like, it feels like that's how you're feeling about all of it, and you're trying to stop overwhelming yourself by being hella positive about everything that, you know, the world is offering you at a time where it doesn't feel like that should happen. Like, I mean, look at our world. Like, everything about me is about to get, like, illegalized. I don't know, like, everything about me is about to be illegal soon with this freaking infrastructure in our country. But, like, you know, but also, like, the chronic positivity, the chronic euphoria that I've been feeling ever since I, you know, healed myself. 16 minutes and 16 seconds as I say that. Like, you put in a lot of fucking work. You're here now. You're here in queer. This deck is here in queer. We're all here in queer in our own, you know, beautiful life, and I get it. Like, I want you to know that I understand where you're at. And so, like, what the universe is asking of you is not to do anything that you're not already able to do. Like, look how cool you are. Just you right now. Like, it's not that you're having to be something that you're not. The universe is calling you to be this. Like, tighten it up. That's all. Have these endless possibilities. You can keep them in your brain, but it's time to tighten up and start doing stuff. And it looks like it's about romance. It looks like you gotta choose love, babe. Like, you have the endless possibilities to, like, plan for the catastrophe, to anticipate, you know, the not so good. Like, you have a lot of opportunity to, you know, put a lot of that beauty aside to make sure that, like, the sanctity of the beauty that you have in your mind stays safe in the real world, is what I'm getting. Like, I'm feeling the hypervigilance from you, babe. My baby, my beautiful star. You're a knight of fucking crystals. You can tighten it up, strategize. You can do that. You can use all those endless possibilities to strategize both the external and the internal. You can. This love right here is just as real as everything else on your plate. And the universe is telling you, like, whatever love is coming in, that's the priority. Tighten the hell up. These are the priority. Tighten up the internal and that love and whatever that beauty is. You don't have to tackle it all. That's what I'm hearing. I think that's what I'm hearing. And I think, like, I think there's really nothing wrong with wanting to do and be, like, more than what has been laid out for you. I get this sense that, like, you're kind of used to being limited down and being told that you can't handle all of what you have to offer, which is bullshit. If they just let you do what you gotta do, you can prove them wrong immediately, but you spend a lot of your energy fighting people's projection of their insecurities about how little they're able to do in their own lives. I think that you say that you can do a thing, and it seems big, like a big-ass concept to other people, and some people are like, you know what, I've seen you bust out bigger, so can't wait. And I've seen people say you're being too, I mean, for me, I've always been told I'm too ambitious about what I want to do, and I've noticed that, like, in my life as I've gotten older, because I've always wanted to be supported in my big dreams, and I think that a part of growing up is understanding that, like, a lot of your big dreams are gonna manifest at your loneliest. And that isn't to say that you'll never have community joy or anything like that. It's just that some of the smartest people in the world didn't talk about their big dreams until they already manifested them, because they learned very quickly that, like, even your loved ones oftentimes can't see your big dreams until they're living in them with you. And that can be kind of hard because, you know, you want to co-regulate with your loved ones about the hard parts of this dream. You know, like, what you're manifesting does take hard work and diligence, and, you know, sometimes you want to have the community around you to love on you through that, and they're not able to do that for whatever reasons. You know, like, there's a lot of reasons why you can't lean so heavily on everyone that you normally feel like you could. And that may seem really sad and harsh, but the truth of the matter is, like, what you're calling into existence scares everyone but you in this world. And that's okay. You know, like, if your capacity to handle the scary parts of something big and beautiful is not understood, it doesn't mean that people don't love you. It just means that, like, for this portion of the trip, they need to take a nap, and you need to be focusing on the map. And they need to relinquish, you know, their part, their desire to be ingrained in it. You know, I think people mean the best when they say they want to be there for you, but, like, I think those of us who are, like, big dreamers tend to have to big dream alone in order to get the things that, you know, we know we're capable of in this life. Like, I think a lot of people tell themselves they can't, and then are surprised when, like, a lot of other people can. And, you know, maybe that's not everyone's calling, but I think your calling is to foster, you know, to foster love and relationship while also, like, dealing with those endless possibilities of the world. And I think that's cool, but I also think that, like, some of the reason why you're having a hard time processing is because you're doing a lot of your processing out loud toward people that just have the best intentions, but can't. Like, they just can't, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it is okay, but I think maybe your feelings are getting hurt or something, I don't know. But, like, that's okay. Like, you're not alone. You just gotta, like, do this leg of the drive while the others nap. Like, let's look at it from the journey's perspective. Like, sometimes you'll have the people you love co-piloting you, and they're locked in, they're super in tune, and it feels like it can't get much better than this. Like, you found it, you know? And then sometimes those very same people, you know, are not there with you anymore, and they need to either rest or handle their own stuff. And it feels really lonely sometimes in those spaces, because, like, what do you do with all of that hope in the face of all this need to strategize? That's heavy, my love. I had to take a second for that. That's actually really heavy. You have a lot of strategizing and planning to do, and you're just trying to, like, also be in love, and also, you know, feel hopeful about all the scary things, and you're also trying to, you know, be there for everyone else's, you know, catastrophic brain, you know, and everyone else's fear, and you're not able to body all of it. Like, you know, it's becoming it's a you or me kind of feeling that I'm getting from you, and that's what's overwhelming you. Like, you have these big dreams of being able to be all things for all of the people that you love. Actually, this isn't working, and that's okay too. So I'll tell you what's happening so that you can kind of get an idea of what I'm struggling with. This literally looks to me like the continent of Africa. And I have been trying to find a way to wire wrap it so that it dangles that way. Without like obscuring it too much. So that's what I'm doing. Because it needs to have like a loop so that I can like loop it through here, and all of that's part of the wire wrapping. And I am not a professional wire wrapper. I am just rapping, both vocally and physically. That's all I got. Just, I'm Slim Shady as I don't know, like, here I am. Just my tools. So yeah, I'm just kind of gathering that you're kind of dealing with a lot of that, like, you know, stuff. Like, you're worried about a lot. You're trying not to worry about a lot. You're trying to help others also not worried about a lot. And maybe the things that you're worried about are not the things that others are worried about, and maybe the things that others are worried about you're not particularly worried about. And so there might be, there we go. Maybe if you just keep at it, certain things, like, you can get a lot done if you just like persevere and keep trying. Like, don't give up. Like, you just may need to like approach this from a new angle is all, you know. Like, maybe you wanted to start off one direction, you know, with the end goal at the end of it. But I think sometimes what happens is, you know, if the goal is to live in peace and live in peace with the people that you love, and, you know, there's all this like other stuff that you have to consider, all the strategizing that you're having to do to make others feel, you know, like you're caring about their worries, even though you may not actually give a shit about what they're worrying about. This may be like small shit to you and big shit to them, and you're just trying to like figure out how to support them in their shit, you know. And they might have had to do that for you a few times, you know, like it's a give and take thing. But just remembering that you are, first of all, not supposed to be fixing everyone else's fucking problems. Stop doing that. I can tell that you're also probably overwhelmed because a lot of what you're worrying about when it comes to other people who don't really believe in your delulu of grandeur for your life and others, like, I think that you're trying to like fix them. You gotta stop trying to like make all of their worries go away with all of your hope talk. And I had to learn that the hard way this week. Like, hope makes me feel so connected to the divine, and hope is really threatening for other people who are just so comfortable in their anxiety that they can't, like, it just doesn't feel affirming, you know. Like, people, I didn't know this, but like other people's like hope can really offend people who are naturally anxious. Like, it, you know, people who are really hopeful and like glass always full, green on every pasture types, like, that I've become, I end up being super offensive and like inconsiderate. I come across really inconsiderate, and like I don't validate whenever I'm trying to like combat a hopelessness with my infinite possible positivity talks. And it was a hard lesson to learn for me, where like, yeah, you can have the best intentions of wanting to talk about hopeful things, because like, you know, for me, I don't want to think about how horrible the world is. I already know it is. I've already seen it. I've lived through it. Like, I get it, and I don't want to sit there thinking about how how the horrors affect me. Like, it does not work for me, you know, taking those things into consideration, because I've already considered it. Like, I think considering it anymore is just asking to do mental self-harm to myself. Other people, though, like, process different. And it was a really hard lesson to learn that, like, at the end of the day, if you really love somebody, like, you just have to let them figure out what they need. And sometimes you do have to take a step back and let your loved ones figure themselves out and stop trying to, like, hyper-vigilantly get rid of everything that makes them feel negative feelings. Like, you have to stop doing that. It actually is just hurting you both to try to, like, fix it all without giving someone space to, like, grow into their happiness. So, like, I know you have the best intentions. I know you want, you know, the world to be a better place. I know that you have a really great palette of ideas to, like, make that happen. I also feel like maybe you just need an outlet, like a hope outlet, and this is the perfect channel for that. So, like, if you're feeling like you're not really sure what to do with all of your hope for the world because it's all falling apart and everybody needs to catastrophize and plan, and you need to put that hope somewhere, and you have something hopeful that you want to share and put out into the universe that's safe, like, I would love to open up my comment section to that, actually. Like, comment down below. What are you hopeful for? Like, what brings you joy despite? What brings you joy despite, my little star? You know? And maybe just writing it down in a space that feels safe is all the requirement that's needed for locking it in and getting into that Knight of Crystals energy where you're just standing on that business, tightening it up. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Yeah, comment down below. What are you hopeful for? I want to hear what you're hopeful about. And I want to honor that hope by saying, like, I'm really excited for you. Like, whatever I feel like you're gonna share with me, I think it's gonna probably bring me a lot of joy. And I'm really excited to experience that joy with you. I personally love. And I love talking about love. I love, you know, when people share all of their love stories with me. Like I said, I'm a romance novelist at heart, so, like, I'd be ready. Maybe I've said that. I don't actually know if I've said that to you guys or not. I don't know what I'd be saying to y'all. But I love to write love stories and romances and whatnot, and so, like, this, you know, the possibilities of love don't spook me, they excite me. So yeah, please share all of your hopes and dreams for the future, and honestly, like, maybe that's not the method for others, but if it's your method of fighting against fear and anxiety and loneliness, even, to talk about your hopes and dreams and what brings you joy, then, like, let's fucking go. Let's be at hope. Let's do it. Oh my gosh, like, it doesn't look like the sunstone, but it's the moonstone, and it's not supposed to, so think that in my journey, as it stands right now, I'm tired of being perfect. Sick of it. Sick of being perfect. I'm so tired of it. I am tired of being everyone's, amazing employee. I'm sick of being everyone's amazing niece. I'm sick of being everyone's studious student and everyone's, perfect family friend, everyone's favorite cousin, everyone's favorite this, everyone's favorite that. I think I'm tired of it because I haven't been able to do it in my authentic way. I think a lot of that pain and bitterness came from the fact that, most people really don't have the capacity to be listening to someone's delulu ideas of a peaceful future in the face of a very dark reality. It's super, it can be really fucking offensive to people. I did not realize how, much more pain I can cause trying to spout hopeful shit versus, just sitting in the moment with people and saying, your feelings are valid and I'm here for you whenever you're, ready to talk, or, if you need anything, please don't hesitate. You'll be surprised how, even with your best intentions, anything other than saying that can be viewed as just, it can end up being pretty damaging to a moment, to a relationship. It's very interesting. I'm not saying that you're the one who has to change necessarily, but, maybe the test is, learning to read the room. I don't know. And if you just need, more people in your life to just be delulu happy with, then maybe this is the channel for you. I'm a delulu happy person. I'll be sitting here thinking about, all the ways I'll have to survive the Handmaid's Tale that's coming for me in my life, because I here's the thing, I battled my depression and I won, but that doesn't mean I don't have depressive thoughts. It doesn't mean that I've eradicated my SI stuff. It means that it's very much not running my life. I don't embody it. I just know that it can be there, and obviously in the face of fear and catastrophe, global fear and catastrophe, it's a tall ask to not be affected, and I think that, however we cope with it, we just have to be mindful that other people cope differently with the scary, and, maybe your desire is to co-regulate, and maybe that can be done, and maybe that can't be done, but you're not, inherently bad or inherently even immature for wanting to be at hope and be at peace. You just need to remember that, there is legitimacy in fear, and people may need you to just, either silently legitimize their fear by just being around and a soothing presence, which can be very effortless for someone like us who, can still practice physical manifestations of hope. What I'm doing right now is, if I really thought that the world was going to end tomorrow, I probably wouldn't be making a piece of jewelry right now. Probably wouldn't be yoinking oracle decks, at, markets and stuff. If I really wanted to lean into my dark shit, I would just be curled up in a bed doing absolutely nothing but what I need to do, which is, eat, sleep, and shit, but I know that I don't feel that hopeless, and so I've noticed that, what really helps me is that, even in the presence of others who are just needing someone to catastrophize with, if I'm doing, an activity or something that, brings me peace and joy, I can be in the room with catastrophe, and, what I'm doing here is practicing my ability to acknowledge that my hope is as legitimate as someone else's legitimate fears at the same time. And I made something even prettier. So, I made it pretty, and I also made it me. And yeah, maybe hope isn't initially perfect, but it will be, because it's perfect for you. That's it. That's the lesson. My little cluster amulet is now very bulky and beautiful. The energies are just like woo 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 now. Like, I can't wait to show you in the sun. I don't know if you can really, like, my camera's saying that more light is required, but like, this is my sunstone and moonstone balancing amulet with my protective evil eye. All of these stones are sunstone and moonstone. I believe actually these flat ones are rose quartz, because rose quartz, I believe, goes really good with this combination. So, but the only other stones, like the major stones, are sunstone and moonstone for my balancing, for me and Andrew's, you know, manifestation of balance. And then just like, you know, a little freshwater pearl to, you know, for my mothers, both Yamaya and my mom, my earth mom, they both are sea creatures, varying degrees of. And this shark's tooth to remember to bite sometimes. You know, we're love and light here. We are love and light here. There's a lot of channels. My best friend, not really a love and light person. Like, Tato the Penguin, Yasha Thais, you go in there to get your ass whipped spiritually because you need it. I need it usually. Like, I'd be going over there and being like, girl, you talking to me? This channel is actually all love and light here. Even when it seems dark, like, we're here to laugh, we're here to sing, we're here to be goofy, we're here to do crafts, like arts and crafts together. Like, this is what this is for. To be hopeful, you know, with each other. So, you know, the love and light here is like, let's eradicate this perfectionism in ourselves, like, first of all, and be gentle with ourselves, even in the face of a lack of gentleness, you know, about the world, about our personal lives, you know. That's what we do. I'm usually, like, trying to, like, come up with something, like, media-wise to do, but, like, the only thing I can think of is that, like, Queen Lady Gaga released, like, a song 6 days ago, Abracadabra. Abracadabra, la la la, la la. Abracadabra. I'm gonna learn that song because, like, it's in my vocal range and I think I could tear that shit up. Like, the category is dance or die. And I'm like, you know, here's the thing, I'm an extremist myself. That's where my depression and SI stuff came from. Like, the extremes of existing were so much that I wanted to opt out. But now the category is dance or die. Ugh. Dance or die, bitches. Dance or die. Watch the Lady Gaga music video. Watch it all. Listen to it on repeat. I listened to it like 8 times and the only thing that I got from it was the chorus, and I can only regurgitate the chorus, but like the way she viscerally screams in there, I felt that shit. But we gotta do it. We gotta dance or we gotta die, I guess. That's my feelings. If I have to be an extremist in any way, I'ma dance, I'ma sing, I'ma arts and craft this thing. I'ma dance, I'ma sing, I'ma arts and crafts this thing. I'ma dance, I'ma sing, I'ma arts and crafts this thing. And I am not gonna be hopeless. We don't have to be hopeless here. There's so much love in the world, and we can dance it off. You can regulate your life, but like, you're too damn badass and hopeful to succumb to any of that other shit. So do with that what you want to do with it. I'm going to purposely end this video on a particular time because I'm weird. Bye!